Listen, I don't know what to say. Listen, I say, you know what? I'm going to relax, take a breather, think about what just happened, and then make a video instead of my reactions right off the bat. I give Dallas a lot of credit. The defense played a hell of a game. Carson Wentz did play very bad in the first half. I wouldn't say very bad. He did have a couple overthrows. He did have that one fumble in that one situation. Other than that, though, he didn't look as bad as people exaggerated. Now, I'm not here to oh my God, some people would just go overboard and they freak out like maniacs, asking for Foles, asking for this. Listen, this was one of his biggest games of his career. He's your quarterback for the next 10 years, or if he can stay healthy, 10 to 8, whatever. He's the franchise guy. Foles is going after this season. He's leaving. Either he's retiring or he's going to another team. So when the going gets tough, you just want to throw Foles in there. Even though whether with Foles or with Wentz, let's be real, we would have made the playoffs, probably win one game and be out. We're not repeating. What I'm trying to get at is this guy needs to prove himself. And you know what? He did. He responded. Second half, he played okay. I think it was a late third, early fourth. We started actually getting going on offense. Boom, 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 boom. Tied the game up. I will say this. Our defense, as much as I was bashing them at first, they kept us in this game completely, 100%. The reason I say that was because Dallas had 40 going into halftime. I think they had 45 or more plays already ran on offense, and we held them to 6 points, 2 field goals. One of them shouldn't have been made. It was 62-yarder, which was luck. I was like, wow, okay. But we held them to 6 points going into the half. And our offense, that whole half, first quarter, second quarter, only had 11 plays on offense. I think it was 11 or 10, something like that. And Dallas had 45. And we held them to 6 points. Our offense couldn't do anything at first. They couldn't do nothing. And the momentum killer was once again, I'm not going to blame the refs, but you know what? You got to blame them here. I don't give a shit if you're a Cowboys fan or not. You cannot tell me that first call in the beginning, there's former players, not Eagles players, but former players in the NFL, analysts, everything, even Troy Aikman, Cowboys legend, who's a Cowboys homer, who always, if Cowboys do this, do that. He even admitted it was the wrong call. The first play of the game, and all the momentum was in our favor. We kicked the ball off. Put Malcolm Jenkins on special teams, which I never really seen him on special teams. I was surprised to see him. He gets a fumble. There's literally 5 Eagles players in a pile right there with the ball around them. Greer Hill, whatever the hell his name is, clearly had a recovery of it. Comes out the pile with it. It would have been right there. I think it was at their 10 or whatever. Right there. It would have been right there. At the least, you get 3 points. If our offense couldn't score, you at least get 3 points there. Okay? And we would have won the game. Because look at the game. It wouldn't went to overtime. You get what I'm saying? You have that call. And, it's just funny to me. All the momentum was in our favor at that point. The game just started. Bang, the fumble. We get it back. Malcolm Jenkins on the sidelines. He's putting a ski mask on, playing around. You could tell the energy and the swag of the team was there. I'm like, oh, man. Then they reversed the call. I've never in my life, in football, as long as I've been watching football, ever heard of the refs say, oh, it's a fumble, but it wasn't a clear recovery, so it's Dallas's ball. Last time I checked, if there's a fumble, the ball is a live ball on the field, and whatever team picks it up, no matter if it's a clear recovery or not, whatever team is just laying on it with 2 hands like this or even 1 hand on it, it's their ball. I never heard of a clear recovery, especially when there's 5 Eagles players on the ball, and the one who did have it comes out the pile. He was on the bottom, smushes off the 3 other guys, and goes, yo, I got it. And the funny thing is the refs, either they were paid off or they're just that damn stupid. I think it's a mix of both, okay, a mixture of both. Or the NFL wants to see the Cowboys in the playoffs that bad. But let's just put it that way. It was clearly a fumble. I seen it right away. I said, oh, fumble, boom. They showed a replay on my TV. Troy Aikman said it. Joe Buck said it. These guys in the announcing booth. Announcers in the booth. And this is me sitting on my couch, eating a few chips, laying there with my dog and my father watching the game and saying, that's a fumble. The refs almost didn't even give us the fumble. We had a challenge just to show that the refs, a third or fifth, sixth time, they had to look into the little thing just to see it was a fumble. Not even the recovery part, just to see it was a fumble. Then they see it's a fumble. Then they say, well, it's not a clear recovery. Last time I checked, if a fumble is on the ground and it's not out of balance, it's just laying there, whoever has their hands on the ball or has a grip of the ball, it is their ball. You could literally, if there's a fumble, let me make an example. Say there's a fumble, and the Eagles players just wanted to kick the ball around. Just as a joke. Just kick it, kick like this, and just let it keep going, let it keep going, let it keep going. Not out of bounds, but let it keep going down the field. And then finally, we just want to pick it up, or a Dallas player wants to jump on it, it's their ball. Get it? So that was bullshit. And that right there, and the only reason I'm so mad about that, I mean, I'm upset about losing. The season looks like it's over. You know what? I'm kind of happy it's over. I will get to that in a minute. But the reason I'm so pissed off about that is because it was the first play of the game. I'm all pumped up. Yeah, turn the game on. And that happens. And right away, like, my whole momentum just went down. I was like, I don't even give a shit about this game. You're right there, and you're at that point. You're right there. Right there. And it's a big momentum drive. And bang, you snatch it out. Our offense would have started right there. They would have got momentum. The offense would have got momentum because either they would have scored a field goal or they at least would have came out with 7. And that would have started the momentum. Then Dallas would have to come down, and our defense could have possibly stopped them like it did all game. Okay? And then you have the offensive pass interference call, which many people, I'm talking about, and people saying I'm a homer. I'm not a homer here, dude. I'm being dead honest with you. That was not a pass interference, offensive pass interference. Not at all. That's a touchdown by Dallas Goedert. He barely even touched the dude. He gets the ball, rips off 3 guys, runs to the end zone, boom, gets it. His referee crew is dog shit. Now, right after, they did give us a roughing the passer call, which was bullshit. That I will admit that. Dallas did get robbed out of that one call. But that call right there was bullshit. That's a touchdown right there. And we're up on the board. Yep. Now, I can't really blame the defense, like I said before, because, they started getting gassed and tired towards the end. I will say the one stupid play was when Mark Cooper did score, I think to make it 23-16 or whatever the score was, before we scored to tie it up to go to overtime. That was a dumb play call by Jim Schwartz. You had Sidney Jones on him most of the game. Sidney Jones did a solid job until he gave up a touchdown to Amari Cooper and a couple, first downs. But you put number 41, I can't remember his damn name, whatever, practice squad guy out there on him with no single high safety, with no safety help. The guy Mark Cooper just burned him, and boom, Dak threw his first long ball of the game. And that's what pissed me off the most. With Dak Prescott, he's not going to go deep. And we gave up dink and dunks and checkdowns all day to this guy. But you know what, though? That's why I also blame us. I could blame the refs all I want. They did have terrible calls. They had one where, like I said before, Jason Kelsey sat there. He looked like he was hurt, they said. So the ref literally takes him out. I've never seen in my life where a ref takes a player out of a game. Says, oh, he hit his head. It looks like he's a little wobbly, which he did. But still, I've never seen a ref take a player out of a game and use our last time out. Maybe it's happened. I just haven't seen it, but I've never seen where they say, okay, you got to get out the game. You got to get the game. And, you know what? We're going to charge you last time out while you're at it. 52 seconds left. You're marching down the field. But Wentz eventually did fumble, but we'll get to that later. But what I'm saying is defense played well. Our offense couldn't do nothing. Dak Prescott, okay? Near the end, he did play well, just like Wentz. He played well. People are flipping out about Wentz. A lot of the Eagles fan base. He had two over. Once he had the second overthrow, which is Golden Tate, everyone just went nuts. And then he had the fumble, which I will admit, he does look at Ertz too much, and that's what had me waiting for Ertz to develop his route and open up instead of just throwing to someone else. Okay, I get it. But Dak Prescott throws 2 interceptions, fumbles, overthrows the hell out of what's his name? Glump, whatever the hell, the guy off the Cowboys, overthrows another receiver. First off, Dak Prescott sucks, okay? Let's just be honest. Okay, he threw for 455 yards. They were all dink and dunks. He had 2 long passes, and that's it. 2 were to Amari Cooper. Other than that, it was really nothing. What I'm saying is, our fan base is flipping out on, Carson about 2 overthrows, and then he had the fumble, which I do agree he did play a bad game. But this guy, Dak, plays absolutely terrible. Wentz outplayed him, and Wentz didn't even play good. He still had 2 touchdowns, only 1 turnover on the fumble, but no interceptions. It almost came back, tied the game up, and whatever. But what I'm getting at is, back to what it's about. Our defense has Dak Prescott. 2 picks. Forced fumble. And our offense can't capitalize on those opportunities. I'll tell you what, I'm really happy we played Dak Prescott today. Because if we played any other quarterback, say Aaron Rodgers, Christ, Matt Ryan, any other, we get blown out. Those overthrows that Dak threw, the one to the guy and then the one to the other and the one to the couple over. He had many overthrows. I'm talking about these deep balls where the guys were wide open. And if they would have caught it, they would have got it for 6. They would have had a touchdown. We're playing any other quarterback. This game is not even close. But you know what, though? I give the defense the credit, like I said. We're out there. Our defense is banged up. We got third stringers and practice squad people playing at corner because Sidney Jones is hurt every other play. Okay, plus you got this guy and this guy and that guy. I don't even know LeBlanc and blah, blah, blah. Guys you're picking up literally off the street the other day. That's what Troy said. These guys just picked these guys up like 2 weeks ago off the street. And they still somehow managed to hold them to 6. Yes, they did score points, but with this defense being so banged up, they were still able to get things moving. Our offense just couldn't capitalize on it, and that's the sucky part. The offense barely has any injured players. It's a fully healthy offense, besides Carson Wentz still not being 100%. You know what, though? I'm ready for the offseason. We'll see what we do the next few games. The Rams game coming up this week, we're getting blown out. I don't even care about the game. But I will say this. Next year, I think we're going to see a really improved Eagles team. Wentz is going to be 100% healthy, which even this year he's shown flashes of his old self. He did. And he really did play some really good games. Today was probably his worst game as an Eagle in the first half. Probably his worst game as an Eagle. He just didn't play well. But I've seen flashes, and I've seen him just play well and everything. The guy still has a knee brace on. As I said before, he doesn't plant on that back foot. He doesn't put any pressure on it. He literally just all arm when he throws. And that's what people even said. His foot's not even healed, so he barely even steps into his throws like he should, just all arm. That's why many of the passes are overthrown, like I said, or they're inaccurate, because he's using all arm. The guy's scared to step on the leg, and I understand why. He's 100% healthy next year. We make a couple changes on the coaching staff, new offensive coordinator, a couple new things, and we should be back in business. But go Birds. I was very upset about this loss. I calmed myself down, and that's why I come here now calmly. Congratulations, Dallas fans. You beat us. Cool. You probably make the playoffs. So you ain't going to win a game in the playoffs. That's just my opinion. But we'll see. Fuck the refs and Jerry Jones.